This is the position. Again, Korchnoi loved long games. We've got an endgame brewing here. We have 5 pawns per player, a 1-on-2 situation over here, a 4-on-3 on this side. We're about to compete. We're about to, try to put our bishops and our knights on the best possible squares in the long run. Queen d4. Black plays king g8. He's not going to play f6, weakening his position. Plays king g8, says, Kasparov, come and get me. Kasparov, knight g5. h6, kicking the knight out and welcoming it into the f6 square, but instead he gets rid of it and plays the knight to a6, says, Garry, I'm going to activate my knight. Are you going to take it? Kasparov says no. Queen c5, hitting both, so you can't take the pawn. And we have this. How is Korchnoi going to go on to beat one of the greatest players of all time from this position, being 30 years older than him? The stamina doesn't really play into the hands here. Centralizes his rook, improves the position of the rook, brings the king to the center, and blockades the pawn. All right? Now, you know who also won a lot of games like this from positions like this? Karpov. Anatoly Karpov, the man who Korchnoi had a bitter rivalry with. f5. Okay? I mean, I still don't see how are we going to... Okay, now I'm beginning to see it. We're targeting the pawn over here. Now we trade. So Kasparov doesn't like what's coming. He doesn't like knight to e4 arriving. He doesn't like that his king is going to be slowly suffocated with severe pressure, and the king is going to, keep making improvements. So he trades the rooks. But now knight takes a4. If you take with the rook, I win the bishop. If you take with the bishop, I play b5. And this is the big problem. Probably Garry thought he could save this position. He probably thought, we both have weaknesses, but ultimately I will be able to hold the endgame. And Korchnoi is like, young man, you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. Yes, you can win my pawn. Go take the pawn. I have b5. I fully invest in my outermost pawn. Outside pass pawns in rook endgames, or any endgame really, are the most valuable. b4. And I'm going to be putting my rook behind the pawn. Kasparov ran to e3, b3. The king's going to stop the pawn, but not before you lose your center pawn, and not before the pawn is used as a decoy. You have to go take the pawn. You cannot take the rook, and now I infiltrate. And here's the problem. Your king abandoned these pawns. They're going to perish. f4 removes the defenses of the pawns. Rook h5, and now the killer move. Rook e3. And the reason why this is winning, it's only a 1-pawn advantage, but the pawns are together. And when the pawns go together, the entire force goes together. This pawn will be easily stopped. Rook behind the pawn. These pawns will not be easily stopped. And Korchnoi went to work. Pawn to f3, and young Garry Kasparov